At the time of writing and recording this, the Kingdom Hearts community are patiently waiting for any more information on Kingdom Hearts Missing Link and Kingdom Hearts 4. And so I've been thinking about story, elements, gameplay, and so on of what I would like to see from this series going forward. And I thought back to an interview where Nomura confirmed that originally he wasn't going to include characters like Roxas into Kingdom Hearts 3. However, due to so many fans loving him, he decided to include him into the final game. And that was so baffling to me, to hear that such an iconic character originally was going to have that sad and depressing end, to forever be stuck in Zora's heart, and I'm assuming the same would go for someone like Naminé. But thankfully everyone in Kingdom Hearts 3 get their happy ending. Of course, besides Sora. Man, I miss him every day. When looking back on Kingdom Hearts 3's release and the overall conversations that were going on, I remember one stood above all, and that was for a certain character in the series that has been very controversial since their debut. However, despite this, they were able to have so many of us fans have tears falling down our cheeks when it came to them being saved. And yes, it's our troublesome boy, TERRA. Now, since his inception when it came to Birth by Sleep, he was the main problem maker when it came to events that would unfold, due to him being the catalyst Xehanort needed to begin his plan. And while I know so many people hate this man's guts, that's not what this is about. And instead, I wanted to theorize and discuss on where I would like to see him go post Kingdom Hearts 3. I plan on eventually doing a video for all the main supporting casts, but I got this idea when thinking about the inclusion of Star Wars into the Kingdom Hearts universe. When looking at the heavy references of Star Wars and Birth by Sleep, there's no denying the heavy ties TERRA has to the Chosen One, Anakin Skywalker. Now yes, TERRA and Anakin's Fall to Darkness are drastically different for a variety of reasons. However, showcasing and comparing these differences are not what this video is for. Maybe another video down the line. No. Instead, I would love for someone like TERRA to go back in time and experience the fall of the Jedi and the rise of the Empire. While I'm not sure how this would be possible, I had an idea of maybe a DDD-like game where you could see Ventus and TERRA exploring worlds from the past. And I'm sure characters like Scold, Glorium, and Elrena would be involved, as they have ties to the age of fairy tales. Now, as much as I love Aqua, she wouldn't be involved, as I believe she would be helping with Kyrie's situation and tagging along in her adventures. TERRA would be tasked to traverse worlds who would eventually fall to darkness due to a key moment in that world's timeline. TERRA, after quite literally going through it and being the main reason as to why so many suffered, I think it's guaranteed he's learned his lesson and would like to help others from experiencing such a devastating outcome. And so I think TERRA traveling to the world of Star Wars, where he would firsthand experience the prophecy of the Chosen One, the one who would bring balance to the Force and keep the galaxy at peace. He would begin in The Phantom Menace, where he would meet iconic characters such as Obi-Wan Kenobi, Qui-Gon Jinn, Padme, and of course, the Chosen One, a little boy named Anakin Skywalker, where he could sense such strong light inside young Skywalker's heart, and due to this, he knows his path is clear. He would lend his helping hand to Qui-Gon in the planet of Naboo, where he would help the planet from being overrun by the Separatist fleet, and would make sure a true-hearted master such as Qui-Gon Jinn would train young Skywalker in the ways of the Jedi. As TERRA from day one would agree with Qui-Gon, who believed in the idea of the living Force, an idea that says that one would stay in the moment rather than dwell on the possibilities or pitfalls the future might hold. This lesson was a crucial one for TERRA, as this fundamental idea was the main reason he fell down his dark path back in Birth by Sleep. He was so caught up with wanting to prove himself and becoming a Keyblade master to honor his loved ones, the ones that got him that far to begin with, and in doing so was blinded by what was actually happening in the present. And so he would fight for the light and aid Kenobi and Qui-Gon in the Duel of the Fates, where in this one single fight, TERRA truly had no idea that the outcome of it would lead to young Skywalker's destiny. And unfortunately for them, darkness would prevail. The death of Qui-Gon would begin the chain reaction to the fall of the Jedi Order and the Republic as they know it. TERRA, needing more time to pass, would jump to the Attack of the Clones, where he would meet up with the older versions of his comrades and would begin to see just how much Anakin has changed, with Attack of the Clones being more of a love story. In terms of gameplay, I could see TERRA tagging along with Obi-Wan, where he goes to Kamino and learns of a new clone army being created and eventually being captured and trapped on Geonosis. With Qui-Gon gone, he can learn of all the travels Obi-Wan and Anakin have endured together with the time that has passed. TERRA would begin to see how Obi-Wan and Anakin's relationship, while good, has cracks forming from Anakin's want to prove himself and with Obi-Wan's strict teachings. We would see scenes of Anakin and Padme with their time on Naboo, and eventually see Anakin's first glimpse into darkness with his mother's death on Tatooine by the hand of the Tusken Raiders. Once Padme and Anakin learn of TERRA and Obi-Wan's predicament, they would head to Geonosis, where a climactic fight would occur in the Colosseum, leading to the very first battle of the Clone Wars, the Battle of Geonosis. TERRA would team up with Anakin and Kenobi as they tried to apprehend the former Jedi, Darth Tyrannus, also known as Count Dooku. With Anakin and Obi-Wan defeated, TERRA would have to team up with the Grand Jedi Master, Yoda. With the battle finished but not won, TERRA senses the growing darkness, the beginning of the Clone Wars. He says his goodbyes and then jumps to not the time of Revenge of the Sith, but rather the ending of the Clone Wars, as I believe seeing Anakin's growth of being a master and his relationship with Ahsoka is a key moment that leads Anakin down the path of darkness. TERRA would see how the Jedi have turned from peacekeepers to soldiers and just how much turmoil the galaxy is currently in. He would experience the unjust trial of Ahsoka, where he and Anakin are the only ones who vouch for her, leading to Ahsoka's departure from the Jedi Order. TERRA would see a broken Anakin Skywalker, one who's lost his mother and his apprentice. He would also see how the Jedi Council, as well as his own master, Obi-Wan, and keep secrets from him. That bright light TERRA once sensed is more and more being consumed by darkness. TERRA jumps not too far into the future, where he would soon experience the horrors of the fall of the Jedi. He would appear and right away would be thrown into the gist of it, where he meets his old friends and aids Anakin and Obi-Wan in helping save Chancellor Palpatine. Once TERRA and Kenobi are down for the count, TERRA witnesses Anakin brutally finishing a defenseless Dooku. Once the battle over Coruscant is over and the Chancellor is free, Anakin goes to be with his secret wife Padme, Obi-Wan goes with the Council, and it's here where I feel TERRA would have his first real talk with Chancellor Palpatine. And TERRA, after experiencing everything he has in his own life, and seeing how the galaxy has changed with his time being here, would definitely see that there is something off with Palpatine. Almost like he feels there's a heavy resemblance to Xehanort in a way. TERRA would then meet up with Anakin and Kenobi after Anakin is denied the rank of Master. TERRA could give Anakin advice, as he also was denied the rank of Master, and how he suffered for dwelling on it. It is here where this trinity wouldn't know that this would be the last time they all would be united on the same side. We would get a very memorable goodbye from Obi-Wan to Anakin, where he tells him how proud he is and how much he has grown. Anakin and Kenobi would hug and thank TERRA for all his help these years. They would always be friends, but most importantly, they were much more. They were brothers. And so they go their separate ways. Anakin stays on Coruscant to keep an eye on the Chancellor, Kenobi heads to Utapau to take down General Grievous, and TERRA heads to Kashyyyk to aid Master Yoda with the attack on the Wookiees. We continue to go back and forth between these three and see what they are up to. Eventually, I could see TERRA heading back to Coruscant to check with Anakin. He would be in the fight to apprehend Palpatine with Mace Windu, but is defeated. Then TERRA pleads for Anakin to step away from Windu, but of course, Anakin's fear and anger gets the best, and so he betrays Windu, leading to Palpatine shocking and killing him. Anakin would most likely force push TERRA out the window, leading to the infamous moment of Order 66. TERRA, hiding in the slums of Coruscant, being a wanted man for aiding the Jedi all these years, would see the news being broadcasted of all the Jedi being slaughtered and being labeled war criminals. TERRA is seeing darkness prevail all over again, just like with him in his world. A young man being seduced and persuaded by the darkness is leading to the downfall of his loved ones and the world around him. TERRA would stealthily get to the Jedi Temple, where he would run into Master Yoda and Obi-Wan, where they discuss the current predicament. Here where they could see the absolute slaughter that has occurred. For those who have never seen the films, imagine the Dark Road Scala massacre from Boulder, but 100 times worse. So many Jedi of all ages fall and slayed, unaware and outnumbered by their comrades in the wars, as well as the very highly skilled Chosen One. TERRA, already knowing who led the march on the temple, doesn't feel it is his place to say, and Obi-Wan would eventually find out and be flabbergasted. Everyone in the room already knows what must be done, but Obi-Wan doesn't know if he will have the strength to do it. Obi-Wan is grateful to have TERRA help him in the end, and so Yoda leaves to deal with Emperor Palpatine, and TERRA with Kenobi sneak aboard Padme's ship after telling her of what they have learned. Padme, being the secret wife of Anakin, would know where to find him. With all of the main players on the planet of Mustafar, the stage of the end is set, with Padme and Anakin's reunion being cut short in a very dark way that I cannot say. The reunion of brothers begins. Anakin, fully enraged with the darkness in his heart, feels betrayed and threatened by his former master and former friend. TERRA pleads to Anakin to go back to the light. Obi-Wan, however, isn't as hopeful. He feels his apprentice is gone, and must be dealt with. With TERRA and Obi-Wan being against Anakin's ideals, they leave him no choice. With all that said, one of the most iconic lightsaber battles would commence, in which the battle would be full of reaction commands, different settings, as well as multiple team attacks by TERRA and Kenobi. I think it would be awesome if midway through the fight, TERRA activates his Keyblade armor, and Anakin would counter this with manifesting a darkness version of his soon-to-be Vader armor, a symbolic foreshadowing. Now, the outcome of the Battle of Mustafar is very dark and grotesque when it comes to the original, and while Kingdom Hearts has shown it will go dark sometimes, Episode 3 is too far, and so I think Anakin would be struck down with his heart slowly wanting to fade away, but his anger won't allow it. After Obi-Wan and TERRA have their depressing final goodbyes to their once brother, they leave Anakin lifeless and dying on the burning ground of Mustafar. With Master Yoda defeated, the Emperor would make his way to Mustafar to save his fallen disciple. Palpatine, as a punishment for losing, and with Anakin's body faded, he would seal Skywalker's heart into a suit of outdated armor, where the true birth of Darth Vader would occur. With the death of Padme and not knowing of his twin children being alive, Anakin is truly lost. A new dark age is upon the galaxy. TERRA would help escort Kenobi to deliver Anakin's children, with Leia and Luke being separated at birth for the safety of the Empire not discovering them. TERRA ponders to himself, even though the ways of the Jedi and their actions became more diluted as the war went on, and with their pride and hubris clouding them, eventually leading to their destruction. Did they truly deserve it? Did the light need to expire? With there being so many Jedi and so little Sith, the Force was unbalanced. TERRA thinks back to what Xehanort wanted to accomplish, a world purged to be reborn, without being full of light or darkness, an empty world, pure and bright. TERRA would say his goodbyes to the friends he has left on the planet, or some would say a new hope would spring. And that's it for this video. When thinking about all of this, right, like this is a lot, I know, and this will probably never happen. Unfortunately, TERRA might not get a lot of moments with the series going on, as I feel a lot of the characters besides the main Destiny trio, I think they are truly done with their story. I do think this would be an amazing story to tell. Obviously, this is a lot for a single game, and this has never been done before, where a single world has basically 3 worlds part of it. And of course, you know, if I had my way, it would be 1 world per game. So you would have, you know, the Phantom Menace events be in 1 game, and then moving forward, Attack of the Clones, and then so on and so forth. Because that way it gives you more emotion. Kind of like how when going from Kingdom Hearts to Kingdom Hearts 2, you know, when you're revisiting these worlds like Agrabah, Halloween Town, and so on, you feel like that nostalgia, like, oh, like I'm reuniting with these friends that I helped. And that would lead to a way more emotional state with the eventual fall of Anakin. But considering how Sora is going to be involved in Return of the Jedi, which is basically the ending of the original trilogy with Vader, it seems very not possible that this would obviously happen. But this was, you know, this was a fun thing to write and read. I hope everyone enjoyed it. And yeah, I have some ideas of like some of the other characters and like where they could go, and I will definitely be doing that. I'll try my best to get those done quickly, because obviously once we get that next Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, we will definitely know where these characters will be going. We'll at least have a new idea, because all we know right now is like what Sora is doing and Strelitzia. And so yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. And yeah, have a good one.